Portland. And with
well, guys,
you certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Portland, we've got Hollis Jefferson. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
There's Hollis Jefferson, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, the big man muscles there. Hollis Jefferson experienced at having to fight his way through the defense.
Outside Leonard. To the middle, here's Cousins. Nurkic with the block. Here's Lillard from deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more.
Oh!
My goodness. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now, here's Covington. Lillard from outside. Paul George grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
He dishes it to Beverley. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Patrick Beverley on the inside. Okay, we see you.
Lillard outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard up top. Kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. From deep. That shot missing.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Cousins, the pass to Leonard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. A second chance effort. Nurkic finds Lillard over Morris and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Beverley dishes to Morris. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Basket, good. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Portland trailing here. Here's the 3. Lillard again missing. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverley looking around. On the wing, George. 5 to shoot. Shot from 16. And too long on the shot.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Cousins against Lillard. Floats it up. Oh, where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Now, here's George. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
And a deep three from Lillard. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George.
And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score is still close. Trailblazers lead by 1.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Boy, from the opening tip, they look focused and ready to play. You know, that's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Clippers trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Batum kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Outside for Batum. Knocks it loose. Pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
And, oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
McCollum's checked in for Powell. The Clippers trail. Jackson passes to Kennard. Doubled by McCollum. On the wing, Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, we know that Patrick Patterson can step away and be a force as a face-up guy, but still plenty dangerous inside.
Now the pass to Carmelo. There's the 3. They get it back. Cantor. Here's Simons. Guarded by Jackson. Anthony right side. 3-pointer. Portland no good that time either. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. A miss that time would have put him up. Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Patterson. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Patterson, and he makes good on the layup. Patterson's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Outside, Jones. Simons, the pass to McCollum. The three ball. The Trailblazers rebound. Anthony kicks to McCollum. From outside the arc. Again, McCollum missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Mann. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Fires for three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Panthers got 4 rebounds in this game. The three from McCollum. A three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And some good action. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we had. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. There's Hollis-Jefferson. Passes it to Powell. Here is Lillard. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 8. George looking around. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hollis-Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Outside Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
Giles checked in for Portland. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Cousins is checked in.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Beverly against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Giles. Over Morris. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Outside, George. Outside Leonard takes the three. Portland grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Lillard with no one around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. It's good on the putback.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Lillard finds Powell. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 7. George against Powell. There's the steal. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Unloads from 13. The shot by George, no good.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
From deep. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. And it's a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
After hitting only one from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
And Beverly kicks to George. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Morris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lillard outside. Lets it fly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard. 17-foot shot on the way. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Lillard surveying the D. From deep three-point range. And it's Lillard again missing. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man, and it's the small forward.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Now Lillard. Lets it go with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Zubac trying to break loose. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And there's the pass to Canner. Jackson against Lillard. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Yep, that one goes. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Leonard gets it to go.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Simons, the pass to McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Kennard for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McCollum outside. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Patterson. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Leonard draws the double. Back to George. A 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. The Trailblazers on offense. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. From deep. Off target. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll have...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at the 5. That's a 2 from Lillard, and it falls over the rim and in. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a long bomb. Good luck catching that thing cleanly.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Takes it down to Middleton. The 19-foot shot, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Goes up on the high post. They get it back, and onto Tacumbo on the follow.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Now, here's Lillard. From the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. Now Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over Lillard, and it's sent back by Lillard. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Middleton with it. Now defended by McCollum.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Lillard surveying the D. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Middleton, and stolen by Lillard. From 12 feet out. And the dunk by Covington.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Outside, out of Tacumbo. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Covington sends it back. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. The rebound by the Bucks. Onto Tacumbo's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Jones. And then Jones with the jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
And a wide-open look for McCollum. And the three off target.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And here's McCollum for three. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
I'm training in the summer.
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the one. And the shot is good.
You know, this is the next step in his development. Forbes understanding when to look to score from there.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Forbes with the rebound. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. There's the pass to Tucker. The feed to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here's Kanter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Portis. Now Tucker. 6 to shoot. Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. The tray. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Portis has got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Simons, the pass to Jones. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Portis in the post. He's covered by Cantor. Portis kicks to Forbes. Lock at 6. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Simons. Antetokounmpo defending. It's stolen. He's got a clear path. Here's Forbes. Drops in the breakaway layup. Forbes has got his second bucket.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Cantor, the pass to Jones. Cantor kicks to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here is Forbes, guarded by Powell. Back to Antetokounmpo. From deep. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Jones kicks to Powell. Portland again missing. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Left side, Portis. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
Powell for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Pass to Forbes. And here is Antetokounmpo. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Misses the wing chair. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greeting. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at small forward. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard outside. From 17 feet out, Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo up top. He's guarded by Nurkic. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Trailblazers trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard with it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Middleton on the wing. Puts up a three. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Lillard way outside. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Monday Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And Antetokounmpo inside. Hollis Jefferson's there.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
On the wing, Giannis. Releases. Lopez left side. On the pass to DiVincenzo. He kicks it to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Floats it up for Giannis.
Hey, offensive rebound. Position is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
And it's Lillard missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shots good by Middleton.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Releases. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Middleton can't get it to go. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 5. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. 26 seconds left to play in the third. And Tucker kicks to Holiday. For 3, Middleton. But they recover it. Here's Tucker. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Connaughton's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then the second shot is the next best thing.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released them. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Here is Forbes. Here's Nora. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard from outside knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Nwora, the pass to Forbes. Here's Nwora. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Count it, good. And the Bucks lead by 4.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard from downtown. Nwora grabs the board. Bucks shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Tucker, and that one is hammered home.
Tucker does not shy away from contact, not afraid at all. He expects it, sees it coming, stays poised, and gets the and one chance there.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Bryn Forbes. Portland also making some changes. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Derek Jones. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Covington against Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys.
Lopez. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Trailblazers trail by 9. And it's Lillard missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats. And so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Feeds it to Middleton. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Milwaukee leading by 7. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. 2 on the clock. Hands the 12-footer. And the Bucks lead by 9.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
Here's Milwaukee now. Holiday with it. Lillard picks him up. Launches it. The shot by Holiday, no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And Lillard gets it to go.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's T. Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. There's the triple. Kept alive. Lets the 3 fly. Off target with that shot. And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. The Staples Center downtown. And nothing.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. Now here's Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And it should be a good one tonight, Steve. 2 teams in the playoff conversation.
This is where, Kevin, we see the talent is there on both sides. Also now, this is where coaching can make the difference, putting players in position to come out on top.
Here's Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Lopez outside. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Lopez kicks to Holiday. The putback. Kicks it down to Middleton. Goes up again. Here's Antetokounmpo. Missed it, even after all those chances. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. George looking around. Morris outside. Back to George. Kicks it to Cousins. Beverley wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bucks have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And Holiday is right there. It's all knotted up.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Hits the jumper in space.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Left side, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
The pass to Cousins. Back to Beverley. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here is Forbes. There's the lob to Portis. They now take the lead.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
George dishes to Leonard. The shot's good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here is Forbes. 52 seconds left in the first. Pass to Middleton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Here's Connaughton. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And it's George missing.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Tucker finds Portis. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Puts it up from 15, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Showing he can hit the jumper from anywhere on the floor. Forbes continues to impress with his shot.
Here's Leonard. Nails the 16-footer. Leonard's got 6.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Forbes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We've got... This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked to...
For me personally, I just want to...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here is Forbes after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes to Connaughton. Back to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. Inside. Portis kicks to Forbes. Oh, good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Milwaukee with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. There's the lob into the Kumbo. That shot misses. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. They swipe it. Jumps up. And the dunk by Giannis.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
The Clippers trail. Outside Jackson. Shoots it. Again, Los Angeles. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 7. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's George. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Down low. Cousins with the bucket. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
I mean, one thing about DeMarcus, he's never had much of a problem scoring with contact.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Outside Holiday. Over Beverly. The shot by Holiday, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 2. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo, and it's Beverly missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 42% so far. Lopez against Cousins. To the inside. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's George. Now the feed to Cousins. At the tip, Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks leading by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
And attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And Middleton subbed in for Antetokounmpo.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And here's Holiday. Goes up at the stripe. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here is George. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. And here's Morris for 3. And that one is off. Bucks leading by 4. Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. For 3, Middleton. He is hauled in by Beverly. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Middleton, the pass to Tucker. Back to Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. That one good for 2. Leonard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. The pass to Middleton. To the middle. It's deflected. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday. Pass to Zubac. And here's Kennard. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up. But it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Here's Middleton after the basket by Los Angeles. Off the left rim and out.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
The shot's good from Kennard. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Jackson following the basket by Chris Middleton. Back to Jackson. Pass to Mann. Here's Oturu, guarded by Tucker. Jackson against Teague. They get the rebound. Outside Jackson. From past the arc. Oturu. It's good on the putback. Oturu's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Portis finds Teague. Back to Portis. And the rejection by Zubac. And they're on the break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. Bucks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Teague, the pass to Portis. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. To the paint. Here's Oturu, and he jams it with authority.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jackson against Teague. He feeds it to Tucker. The pass to Connaughton. Outside Teague. Here's Portis. Fires the 3. And the Bucks miss again. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George against DiVincenzo from 12 feet out. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Leonard. Over onto Tecumbo. And it's Leonard missing.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Over Cousins. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. George against DiVincenzo.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Nice play by Holiday. Terrific speed in the open court. Defending him, you have to change ends quickly.
Now here's Cousins. DiVincenzo with it. George picks him up. Now DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside, George. To the middle. Leonard kicks to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside Holiday. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Inside to take the lead. And Giannis will lay it in. 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills. And tonight, it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now, here's George. He kicks to Leonard. To end the drought, Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Morris passes to George. Dishes it to Cousins. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, George. And the basket is good. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Giannis passes to Holiday. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Morris. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The deep three from George. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. the Bucks who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with You're looking live and down at and is
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's George in at the 2. Pushing it up. Leonard kicks to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now Powell, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Good on the triple.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Outside Leonard. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside George. And there's the pass to Beverley. It's good.
And Beverley just knows what to do in the pick and roll. So effective with both his passing and shooting ability.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And Lillard gets double teamed. Pass to Nurkic, and it's McCollum in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. George has got 5 points so far. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Beverly against McCollum. Right at the free throw line. Morris kicks to George. Cousins dishes to Morris.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Cantor checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers trail by 6. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lillard against Jackson. Lobs it up for Cantor.
I like to see this. Lillard patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
Los Angeles leading by 4. George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Morris outside. Pass to George. Just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. McCollum dishes to Cantor. He feeds it to Anthony. Back to Cantor. Over Morris. Up again. And staying with the play, Anthony.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Jackson passes to George. Here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. Back to George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Now here's Lillard. Baseline J on the way. The putback. Here's Cantor. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's George. 5 points in the game. Fires from deep. The Clippers keep it alive. Up top, Leonard, covered by Anthony. Goes back up. And it's Leonard missing. Leonard against Powell. Passes it to Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. And here's McCollum. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, it's McCollum with the drive. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The pass to Kennard. Over McCollum. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Trailblazers shooting 40% from the field. A three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Kennard for 3. Anthony with the block. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Stolen by Kanter. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Chalk up 2 there. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Over McCollum. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Kanter finds Jones. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Oturu. Misses and the dry spell continues. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Feeds it to Carmelo. Kicks it out to McCollum. Kanter, the pass to McCollum. Shot from 12. Again, the miss by Anthony. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Oturu, the pass to Mann. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mann's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Jones, looking for Anthony, and gets it there. That one goes. Count it. Anthony's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Back to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Ooh, what a stellar pump fake from Jackson. Completely fooling the D and getting him to bite on it.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nobody near Lillard. And that one hits back iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Here's Beverly. And the shot is good.
When Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
15 seconds left now here in the second. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Lillard.
Oh,
that's just a great defensive effort.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was... And that should...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Lillard from outside. McCollum finds Lillard. A step-back shot here. Nice jump shot. Good. Lillard's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard outside. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Over Beverley. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 8.
First 3 of the half. Second of the game. Can he heat up?
George passes to Beverley. Back to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him. And here's McCollum for 3. No good. The Clippers trail. Back to Cousins. That one goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverley against Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Kennard kicks to Beverley. Clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Yep, that one goes in there. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Here's Simons. They trail by 1. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And here's Jackson. He has 5. The 10-footer. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
52 seconds left to play here in the third. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Yep, it counts. Anthony's got 17.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Kennard. Knocked away. Clippers have gone a spot 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. They grabbed their own miss. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Oturu, the pass to Zubac. Pushing it up. Here's Jones. Powell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Jackson from long range. The shot, no good. It doesn't go for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland out in front. 3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Now Beverly, and on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now here's Batum from outside off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
An open look for Lillard, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Beverly with the ball. Passes it to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Now, here's Lillard. Fires from 14, and again, it's Portland converting.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Beverly. Cousins finds Beverly. Cousins with the bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Batum's got his first 2 points of the night.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Lillard against Beverly. From the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Back to Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, yeah, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Now the pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got his first basket.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Beverly dishes to George. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And the shot goes in.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
Clippers trail by 5. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by McCollum.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Beverly against Lillard. The feed to Covington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whip. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Leonard. It's Patterson atop the key. And now Anthony pushing it up. Going back to stop him. Bucket is good. Anthony's got 19 points.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Leonard on the wing, covered by Anthony. Leonard the pass to Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Covington. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely, but we've seen crazy things happen.
Leonard inside. Covered by Lillard. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Anthony from the arc. The rebound by Patterson. The three. But they get it back. George way outside. Misses the shot. And so it's Portland winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they enter the building.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Now here's Lillard over Holiday. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Now Powell. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Powell for 3.
How about the length? Tough for any offensive player to deal with the likes of Middleton with those long arms.
Back to Holiday. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way, it's something you rely on.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Low block shot on the way. And a great move by Giannis.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Now here's Lillard. And the pass to Powell. Lillard against Holiday. From deep 3-point range. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Here's Nurkic. Passes it to Lillard. Takes a 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Cullen passes to Lillard. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
Holiday looking for an opening. Kicks to Middleton. Lets the three fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way. Now here's Powell. High post, Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Pass to Powell. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Lopez passes to Holiday. The dish to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block. And Lopez with a nice bucket inside. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Lopez powering through that time.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Now here's Middleton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Giannis passes to Lopez. Back to Giannis. Clock at 4. Holiday with the 3. Powell pulls it in. Portland leading. McCollum outside. Again, McCollum missing. Middleton with it. Tries from 16. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. When Damian Lillard's in the floor.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
They've got Derek Jones. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Portis. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. To the middle. Here's McCollum. The rebound by the Bucks. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Jones. And here's Kanter. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Anthony. Shoots over Tucker. Anthony can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And the shot goes in.
such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now McCollum. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Fires the three. Not going to go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Forbes dishes to Tucker. For three. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. McCollum finds Canner. Kicks it out to McCollum. To the wing on the left. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Back to Forbes. No good from outside. Portland trailing here. Cullen passes to Carmelo. Great D that time from Portis.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And that one's good from Connaughton.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Simons, Anthony, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's a time where coaches are telling you wrap up the offensive player. Hard to do with Carmelo Anthony, so strong when going to the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Teague. Here's the pass to Nwora. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Passes to Nwora. Lillard against Teague. And Forbes kicks to Giannis. Fires from deep. They get it back. Pass to Nwora. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lillard comes with the double team. Teague inside the line. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lillard looking around. Here's Anthony. Pass to Powell. Here's Lillard. Teague covering. Lets it go with the three. And it's Lillard missing. Here's Nwora. He's guarded by Nurkic. Out left to the wing. And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game, great performance by Brook Lopez.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Floats it up for Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Middleton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Teague. Back to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Giannis. Second shot opportunity. And oh boy, a lot of... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
That evens the score. Lillard's got 7.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Outside Teague. Giannis outside. Middleton outside. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Powell finds Nurkic. Now here's Lillard. For the lead. The rebound by Middleton.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
The pass to DiVincenzo. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks it to Nurkic. The shot by Lillard wide open. And it's off from 3-point range.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Teague.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And the second chance effort by McCollum.
Well, sometimes CJ just with movement alone finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
Now here is Holiday. Passes it to Connaughton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Connaughton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks. McCollum outside. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Dishes to McCollum. Connaughton passes to Tucker. Nice shot by Portis. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And here's McCollum for three. And the three ball is good. McCollum's got his third basket of the night right there. Here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. McCollum outside. And another three for Portland.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Milwaukee on top, up 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Enes Kanter. Powell is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Now here is Holiday. Outside Portis. And Holiday kicks to Connaughton. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Little, he's checked in for foul. And Milwaukee with a change here, too.
Timeout.
Middleton's checked in. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Covington's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Little. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Simons. Here's Kanter. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Portis. Middleton outside. Portis in the post. He's against Kanter. Clock at 6. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington kicks to Kanter. McCollum with the bounce pass. Kanter inside, defended by Portis. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Over onto Kumbo. McCollum, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. A big dunk at the end of the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's McCollum after the basket by Milwaukee. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Outside Holiday. To the paint. Here's Portis. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Simon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting for Portland.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Derek Jones. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Lillard's checked in for Portland. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And Giannis throws it down.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Lillard against Howard. Baseline jumper. The Trailblazers rebound. Three-pointer, Lillard. Headshot off.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead. And Lillard gets to Nurkic. Lillard outside. From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And the pass to Giannis. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Break. Here come the Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. Count it!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Unloads from 9. Basket to tie the game.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Lillard outside. Nobody near Nurkic. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
Unreal.
Down he goes.
All right, David, good job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. We'll see the Los Angeles. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. DiVincenzo finds Middleton. Over George. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
The pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. Middleton on the wing. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. It's good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now Leonard. Pass to Beverley. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Pass to Mann. Lopez with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Holiday dishes to Lopez. DiVincenzo against George. 5 on the clock. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Over Beverley. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Leonard. That one doesn't drop. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Floats it up for Giannis. Paul George with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride. The rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Batum's checked in. One-on-one here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer no good. And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Portis, the pass to Forbes. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Forbes dishes to Tucker. Back to Forbes. He kicks to Middleton. Down low. Batum with the steal. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson finds Batum. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Bucks trail by 4. The pass to Tucker. And Forbes has it in the corner. Outside Portis. Over Kennard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Jackson passes to Kennard. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Clippers on top. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. Off his leg, and the official saying it was kicked. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And the Bucks with some changes. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Middleton against George. Here's Leonard. Cousins. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Beverly for three. 5 to shoot. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bucks trail. Middleton the pass to Giannis. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. George up top. Antetokounmpo defending. Leonard with no one around. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Bucks trail by 3. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts it on the deck, drives to the cup, and will get to the free throw line.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Holiday. There's a minute 47 left here in the second. Now here's DiVincenzo. Holiday with it. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 3. Shoots a fader. A putback. It's good on the putback. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. George picks him up. Giannis kicks to Connaughton. And again, the Bucks miss. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And it's Beverly missing. Well, the Bucks shooting 38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Connaughton, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Jackson, guarded closely. Pass to Kennard. And here is Cousins, defended by Portis. No good from Cousins.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. It's Portis, high post. Over Cousins. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach it. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up. And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Bucks trail by 3. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. Passes it to Tucker. On the wing, DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. For the tie. The offensive rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
The shot by George, no good. The Bucks shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
George dishes to Leonard. Shoots over Tucker. The putback, rebounded by the Bucks. DiVincenzo finds Middleton. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's got 5.
You've got to keep the defense on their heels, and Kawhi consistently able to make pull-up jump shots.
Middleton the pass to Forbes. The 3. Middleton can't get it to go. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Jackson passes to Kennard. Holiday brings the double team. And here's Kennard. Down low. Here's Oturu. Leans. Good on the bucket. Oturu's got his first basket of the night.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday surveying the floor. Picked his pocket. Bucks trail by 5. Lopez passes to Holiday. Giannis outside. Boy, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example. And there are many others, but in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
On the wing, Giannis. Morris with the rebound.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Kennard's shot is off. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Kennard, he sinks the 11-footer. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Portis. Shoots over Zubac. Bank shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Morris. Second chance shot. Zubac, that's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Forbes. No good there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Clippers on top, ending the third quarter on a 12-4. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. 6 on the shot clock. Rob. Here we go, one-on-one.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
That's good from Holiday. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. Stolen by Tucker. Now the Bucks moving it up. Keeps it alive.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% for the game. Outside, George. And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
And there's the pass to Tucker. Shoots the three. And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for P.J. Tucker. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Beverly. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Connaughton. Kept alive. Giannis on the follow.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Leonard attacking. He gets that one.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Outside Holiday. Here's Giannis. Good on the shot.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Beverly against Holiday. And Beverly kicks to George. Pass to Zubac. All alone. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. And the rejection by Giannis. And here's the fast break. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's George. Rebounded by the Bucks. To the paint, and here we go, the fast break with Giannis.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
A minute 20 left in the 4th. George looking over the floor. To the inside. A stupendous finish in traffic.
The shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Giannis passes to Holiday. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Connaughton kicks to Holiday. Back to Connaughton. Milwaukee needs to get off the shot here. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
You know, so much of rebounding was about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Here's Giannis. Got it!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
George finds Leonard. It's off.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 3. 3 seconds left to play here in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll be